The Holy Spirit gave me this message so clearly, you guys. What is up, chosen ones? It is fearfully made, and I'm back with another quick message. This message is about being thankful. Being thankful for what we have right now. And it's not just about so God can give us more. It's being thankful for what God gave us right now. Of course, if we're thankful for what we have now, He's going to give us more. But let's just focus on being thankful for what we have right now so that we can have more later. And really just getting a full grasp of being thankful genuinely, not just for the blessings that are to come, but just because we things could be so much worse, okay? We could have nothing at all. You have you ever had a time where you just really struggled and you had less than what you have right now? Just take a moment to pause and think about that. And I'm gonna pause the video so you can take a moment to pause and think about what you went through. Think about a time where you had far less or you're missing the things that you have now. Think about the time where you had to take a bus. Think about the time where you had to take a lift to go to work. Think about the time where you didn't have a home or you were living with your parents or you had to go crash with a friend or you had to have a roommate or something like that because you couldn't afford everything on your own. Think about those times where you had less. And then just take a moment to think about what you have now. Like, man, life is good now, isn't it? Yeah. You know what I do sometimes? And this is a really kind of, I wouldn't say it's embarrassing. I mean, because I don't really find anything to be embarrassing to me. I find it to be a testimony of God's grace and mercy in my life. And it helps me to become more grateful. But there was a time in my life where I was, I wasn't following God. I didn't, and the Lord was judging me because of, the type of things that I was into, and like not really, showing any reverence or fear of God. And there was a time where I had everything, and I'm talking about thousands and thousands of dollars in my account, and I ended up losing everything in a matter of 6 months. I mean, I had that was the most money I've ever touched in my life, and I lost everything in 6 months. And I went from making $2,000 in sales every day to sleeping, sharing a room with the father of my son and my two kids. And we all had to share a queen size bed. All the money that we had to our name was bus fare to get back and forth to a job that we just got, that we hadn't received our first paycheck from. And we had the only food that we had was pancakes, a bag of pancakes to make the boys breakfast, a bag of rice, and a packet of chicken to last us the whole week. A big family pack of boneless chicken breasts from Aldi. And I kid you not, every time I see that from Aldi, I always think about that time where that's all we had to feed our kids until we got our next paycheck. And so, or our first paycheck. And we were living in Florida. And we went from having everything and being so ungrateful and so unthankful for everything we had. We just thought we deserved it. And, this is just our life. And, we did this for ourselves, not thinking of God, not thinking that God had provided all of those things for us. I'm talking about I could order whatever I wanted. I was going to Target just because for shopping sprees, and just not being very responsible with my finances, and just being willy-nilly doing whatever I wanted to do. um and I ended up losing absolutely everything, and because of the judgment that I was under. And so, long story short, chosen ones, the Lord wants us to be thankful. And ever since then, I always think about that time where I lost everything, where I had to go live with my aunt and share a bed with three other people, my kids and the father of my son. It was a real struggle. Like, we were hungry. And mind you, we were living in Miami, Florida. So not only were we hot in our bedroom, we're from Minnesota, honey. We're not used to that type of heat all of the time. you know. Like, I'm a Minnesota girl, so when I go to other hot states like that, I'm just not really acclimated to that type of weather because of me living and being born and raised in Minnesota. And so, I mind you, we're sharing this really hot room. I'm not going to go too deep into it. But long story short, I'm grateful every time I think about that situation. I'm thankful for each moment that I have a roof over my head. I'm thankful for every meal that I receive that's not the same meal over and over, and I have different options of what I can eat. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm just really grateful because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? And I know that me being thankful is what's going to help God want to give me more. And that's great. But I'm just really just genuinely thankful because I've been through worse and I've had worse. And so if you can take a moment to think about a time where you really just didn't have it all and you lost everything, or life wasn't as easy as it was now. Even if things are kind of hard right now, think about times when things have been harder. And for some people, things might be at its worst right now, but think about how God has delivered you from, situations and circumstances in the past, right? And so I love you guys so much. The Lord just wants us to be thankful because things can be so much worse. Things can go so far left, and it's not. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon. Y'all will in peace. For all of the ladies that follow my channel, I want you to know that I do own a company called the XL Catalog where we sell fashion forward clothing that fits. All of the products on here are really comfortable and stretchy, and I definitely encourage you guys to go check out the website. We have here a transparent clutch sphere bag, and these are less than $25 on my store at www.thexlcatalog.com. See you there.